Low back pain, stop it fast. Hi, my name is Dr. Rob Bates. I'm a chiropractor and a certified athletic trainer. And today we're going to talk about how to stop uncomplicated low back pain fast. It's that type of back pain that tends to come out of nowhere. You know, you're just maybe sitting wrong, sleeping wrong, you kind of feel a little twinge after a workout, and then slowly, gradually, seems like no reason, your body just seizes up and gets spasmed and you're just laying out on the floor in pain. That's what we're going to talk about today. Realize there's something that happens that you gradually build up damaged cells in that area. And those damaged cells, it creates inflammation. Now, inflammation of like pain, heat, redness, swelling, and loss of function, that is a normal response that you have to have in order to have long-term healing and quick healing. So what happens is that you have these damaged cells, and the damaged cells need to drain out, and the waste products have to leave the site. So it leaves through what's called the lymphatics. These lymphatics will drain out all the damaged cells. At the same time, you get these cells of repair that will come in through the blood vessels to allow for the repair to happen. So this process cycle has to happen in order to have fast healing, pain relief, and long-term uncomplications of the area. So what happens is, if things that will delay this from happening are things like non-steroidal anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen, Motrin, things like that, steroids, steroid shots, steroid packs, and ice. Those things have a tendency to interfere with this area, this cycle from healing, and it will delay this response, and it'll actually cause more damage to build up, and it can create more scar tissue as time goes on, which means it increases the chance of this uncomplicated situation to come back again and again and again. We don't want that. So the thing that it does do well, it does relieve the pain part. So what we want to do is give you a strategy then, is that we want to promote the healing so you get quick pain relief and you're able to get back to the function without compromising the long-term healing, okay? So first of all, we want to avoid these three things. Also, you got to avoid bad postures, things like chairs, slouchy couches, slouchy beds. So we want to look at promoting this cycle. So we want to have good posture, motion, mobilize, and decompression. That's what we're going to go over right now. So first of all is good posture. So you want to be lying down on the, you want to lie down and use a chair or an ottoman. You want to lie down to where you have approximately 90 degrees at the hips and knees. You don't want your legs to be crossing over. You want to be able to keep the knees in alignment with the hips, the toes in alignment with the knees. And if you have trouble doing that, you can just put a pillow in between your legs. Next thing what you want to do is you have this proper posture. You want to go and you want to start getting motion, and it's vital that you get the motion. Now the reason why you want to get the motion is you want to activate the lymphatics so you can drain out all that fluid, so it promotes the healing cycle and it'll decrease pain and increase function quickly. So the first thing you want to do is keep in mind, if you have the low back pain, you want to work from distal to proximal. So you start moving your feet would be the first thing, and start pumping those areas to allow for the lymphatics to start. Now, if that's creating no pain down here, then you can draw the belly button in. And you draw that in to activate the internal unit, the muscles around that area. And you can activate it, hold it as you're pumping your feet. If that's still okay, no pain, then what you can do is you can activate this, and you want to do what we call tilts and hulas. You want to get the pelvis to start moving. So the way you want to do that is you want to slide your hand back here, and you can feel underneath your belly button with this right hand, and you want to flatten out the back and then relax it. Flatten it out and relax it. Flatten it out and relax it. You don't want to be lifting your rear end up, because that's really going to create some issues in that low back. You just want to isolate it by getting this little tilting action. It's all about motion and not about strength. So you want to have minimal pain in that area. The key is keeping your belly button drawn in during the process. So that is the tilt. So you're pumping out the waste products and the lymphatics. Then what you want to do is you want to do a hula. The hula is where the pelvis is going to slide and tilt back and forth. So in other words, the hip bone and the ribs, when you slide this way, will close up. When you go opposite way, it will open up. So you get this action going this way. And once again, you may not be able to get full range of motion, you only get maybe little motion at first, and then once the swelling starts working out, you're going to get larger motion. If that's okay, then you want to get up out of this posture, and you want to turn to your side, get in a fetal position. You want to get your elbow into the ground. You want to use your palm. You want to draw the belly button in so you can brace that injured area. You want to push up into all fours. So you get in this all four situation. And now what you want to do is you want to draw the belly button in the same way you did it when you're lying down. So you draw it in and relax. If that's okay, then you can draw it in. Now you can start doing tilts again. And you do it small at first and work larger range of motion as you're able to, and use pain as your guideline. Then you want to throw the hula parts in there. Now, if you start getting some pain in your wrist, it's real important that you can just go ahead and make a fist, and you can line your fist up this way so it takes pressure off your wrist. And now you can just go ahead and do your tilts and your hulas. It's activating, it's getting rid of all the waste products. If this is okay, then you go to the next step. You can stand up, and you just go ahead and draw the belly button in. You can go for a walk up and down your hallway and get the motion in the whole body. Now, next thing what you want to do is you want to start mobilizing. So tools of mobilizations could be anywhere from like a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, softball. You may use all of them at one time. And you want to work distal. You want to work from, you want to work the glutes. You want to work the mid-back area. Don't go right into this troubled area. So you work distally here and the back. And the way that would work, it would look something like this. Follow me. So I'm going to use the lacrosse ball because you can see it shows up well. So let's say if I was doing my mid-back, I would just get my butt against the wall, draw the belly button in, and I drop this down into the area I want to in the mid-back. And then I'd step away from the wall to get pressure right on that point. And now I'd find an area where it's real tender. And now what I do is I'd start moving my shoulders to get mobilization in that mid-back, because that takes pressure off the low back. And you can move your neck around. You move your arms up and down. So you want to get motion in the upper body. So you can play around with the different areas with that and the different balls. Usually this works best with a tennis ball. Now if you want to work down in the glutes, you do the same thing. You come in here, you lean against that, and you find a tender area, draw the belly button in, and you hold it, and you can just hold that for a few seconds, then roll it out, hold it, and roll it out. So this is going to cause these to mobilize better, so it will take less pressure off this lower part. So you want to work distal all the time. And now, the next thing we want to do is we want to work on decompression. So with the decompression, what we want to do is we want to utilize either if you have a chin-up bar at home, or you may have to use, let's say, a stairway or a wall. Today, because at my house I have a chin-up bar, but we're here at the office, so we're going to just use the stairwell in the back of the building here, and I'll show you how this works. So follow me. So what you want to do is you want to find the stairs, something like this. Now maybe a little bit, the edges could bother your hands, so you may want to get some gloves, or maybe what you want to do is you want to get a towel, and you can come in here and find what's appropriate and and you want to hang from that. Now when you hang, it's very important that you kind of brace this area, because you're going to be decompressing that area and stretching it out. So you want to draw the belly button in, now brace it a little bit. So you come in, you drop down, and the goal is that you want to hang there as long as you can, but it's going to be about 15, 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. Now when you release, it's really important so it doesn't create spasms, is to keep that belly button drawn in to brace that area. And then you want to repeat this. Try to repeat it several times. Then go for a walk in that area. Then once you've finished that, now what we want to do is we want to repeat the process. So let's go up front and we'll show you. All right, so what we want to do is we want to correct that posture. We want to keep that motion like we were talking with the proper posture. And then once we get more and more less pain, because you're going to be activating this natural inflammatory and response and using the lymphatics, then that's taking out the swelling that way will take the pressure off the nerves, allow for the less pain and better motion, and get back to it. So you want to do the posture, the motion, mobilize and decompress, and keep repeating that cycle, and you're going to get back to your function and less pain at a very fast pace. And you're going to decrease the chance of scar tissue and long-term complications. If you have any questions, comment down below. Other than that, check out our other videos. Have a great day.